We are in the process of collapsing time through the present moment because you're getting your light in order. We're all getting our light right now in order as a collective to do this part of the mission. And it's going to allow you to live more in the present moment, put more energy there, giving you more awareness, allowing you to expand your consciousness more. Rather than have your energy being directed at the past or the future, old stories, you're creating a story, a new story within the present moment. You're reorganizing your light, but this is thanks to the feminine. And the feminine is in a time of empowerment. In order to put love into war. This is needed right now on the planet. This is pushing you to create art. It's pushing the collective to create art and poetry to transmute the negative energies within what is created within war and conflict and separation, and to use those negative energies and feelings to create art with in order to uplift and inspire and heal the collective by transmuting those darker, deeper, more what you could even look at as evil energies, and transmuting them into light by bringing awareness through it, through creating art, which is what people have done since the dawns of time. Get back into creation. Now what happens when you're creating? When you're creating, you're with God. You are transmuting the dark into the light. This image speaks 1,000 words. Because look at her empowerment, what it's doing with the transmutation right here of the elements. It completely shifts the way that it's materialized from here to here through her. And you see right here, there's an eclipse. The sun and the moon are one here. The dark and the light are one. There's a connection to winter solstice, right? Winter solstice, the opposite side of the wheel, we're whole, with the summer solstice. This is power. You're getting your light in order. Remember, you're getting your light right here in order. It's not all over the place. There's structure to it now. That is using the masculine. There's a letter here to Santa Claus. Now, what happens when you write a letter to Santa? You put your wishes in. Your wishes for the year. What you want to materialize through the earth. They're connected to your desires. This is the thing, though. Santa Claus sees you all the time. Santa Claus knows if you're naughty or nice. As Biscuit's barking at a magpie. It's so funny to watch the magpies taunt the dogs. They, play with the dogs, whichever way you want to look at that. And, yeah, it gets to be hilarious. It's just barking at the magpie. So Santa knows if you're naughty or nice. Santa sees everything. Now, there is a light here, you see. I did not notice this light before, as this message was sitting in a pile for some time and was called now for today. And there's purpose to that, because it was figured out finally when we get to the last card within the message. So hang tight, because this light is connected to something. Now see this light here, and look, It's child. It looks like a child, right? Inner child, the light of the child of the child. This is youthful energy connected to your inner child. But there's definitely a message from the light. The next card in the sequence is Sky Alpha Female, which is the Queen of Swords. You can see she's lost deep within thought. You can see the element of air, the quality of the element of air within here. But she has accessed her truth. And she wears that proudly. Look at all these feathers over her throat chakra. She's found in ease. She's found peace. She's able to transmute sadness and you know, lower vibrational energies because she's perceptive, and the truth is just the truth. The truth is the way. She's able to find peace because of that and move forward and transmute heavier emotional energies into, you know, through thought to expand consciousness. And she's working with the Four of Seed, which is the Four of Cups. Separation. But look, within this separation, this is that, you know, when someone misses you energy. When you're always in someone's face, you get sick of each other. But then you're put in some sort of place of separation where you miss that other person and they miss you. And that's being whole. That's being real. That when you miss somebody, you get an opportunity to find gratitude for them, and that you're whole, and that missing them, that separation, was part of being whole, and it's part of you, and it's part of this place. And to honor it, to not just, you know, create with the sadness there, but to honor it for what it is and find the positive within the negative. And here, there's a longing, there's a missing, there's an appreciation for one another, and even just an appreciation for emotions and how your emotions make you feel, and how your emotions connected to love and your person make you feel. And there's a missing here. There's a longing of connection. But remember, it's part of the plan. With the Two of Earth. Now, the Two of Earth is allowing you to get opposite forces into balance. You see there's a tiny little Shih Tzu over here and this big fluffy guy over here. But they're in perfect balance. This is being able to get equal and opposite forces into balance. Something out of here was out of balance, but so there was a recalibration through separation with spirit in order to restore balance. And Sky Alpha Female here is allowing the thought to be added in order to understand how to put things back into balance. But this is not thought within the mind. This is thought that's been restored within the mind's eye. It's balance. These are not fears. This is intuition, because the energy has been moved from the lower worlds up into the upper worlds. And you're communing with God because you've restored your truth. Remember what we talked about last time we met up, is that this truth you're restoring between you and God. This is between you and God. And as within, so without. You're going to shift dimensions. And speaking of shifting dimensions, here is the card of shifting dimensions, the Four of Earth. So as you get these, you know, all these equal and opposite forces or different, you know, come together to get them into balance, you shift dimensions. The Four of Earth. But there's a connection to working with your ancestors here, with the ancients and ancestors, and it's heart-centered. You've restored your roots here. You've restored your roots. You've honored your truth. So you've closed the door on your past, and you're creating in a new way because you're becoming. in a new way. So this is new habits. This is a new way of being. This is new patterns. But you honored an old way of being first. You were truthful about it. So you could get your light in order. And it is connected to your roots of who you are. And you've become heart-centered. And this has allowed you to find love in the spaces and places where you didn't think you could, and to put love back there. So where you've been hurt, someone's hurt you, let's just say, your parents or a sibling or a loved one, you've been able now to do enough work through having enough experience and restoring the connection to your roots, to be able to put the knowledge there. You put the thought there. You put the thought in order to find peace and heal your heart, to heal your trauma, to heal your pain, to heal what's been lower vibrational for you, things you didn't understand before because you just didn't have enough experience or wisdom, or you were running from your past, running from your roots. This is you finding the beauty within them, knowing that everything that you've experienced allowed you to be you, and you came here to be you, and it's authentic. You didn't came here to be perfect or to fit into the artificial hacks of the artificial matrix like everybody else is trying to fit in. You came here to stick out. You came here to rock your uniqueness. It's authentic to you. Remember, when you are authentic, the power of your electromagnetic energy field amps up. And this is how you are manifesting and healing. This is bigger than your manifestations. You also heal with your electromagnetic energy field from all kinds of things, shift dimensions, and speak to God. Guys, we got more magpies. You're chasing more magpies. These guys. Right over there. No, they're looking at something. Okay, let's get back. This is also working with people, loved ones that have crossed over. There's, again, to purpose to this and connection to animals that have crossed over on the Rainbow Bridge. Working with animals. You're a starseed. You're going to have some sort of connection to heal with all of life. You're going to be able to hold space and see the connection between all of life. You've gone back home to the one, to the all, to the everything. This shift within dimensions, when you get the elements in order, and you've gotten the elements in order, that's how you got here, and you're building off the truth, your truth. And this is untwisting it within the element of air. Something shifts here within the Two of Cups. There's a harmony that's been created now as a transmutation of more light from the dark. A harmony. There is now a connection to a winter manifestation and a summer manifestation. We were talking about with our winter manifestation, it was a connection to the caribou, and the caribou travels great distances, as well as from winter to spring, summer, their eyes change color. Look at the color of their eyes. Something has changed within in order to expand without, with the light. And there's now a new manifestation with the dog, with the fire puppy. This is a birth with the element of youth applied here, of the father. A birthing of new energy for you, for the collective, connected to your vitality and to create with. Now remember that light we talked about within the Emperor here? Within the sky, look, there's a connection to Lionsgate, where Sirius and the sun are in alignment with the Great Pyramid of Giza. Guys, I can never get it straight, but that's why It's okay. When we're connecting to the feminine, we don't always have to get it right with the masculine and the words, right? Now remember that light within the Emperor. Look at that. So I finally made the connection. Oh, we got a card in here. Supposed to be part of the message, obviously. The 9th house seeking. It's so funny because I was just thinking about we should talk about the connection between the moons and manifesting, because we know, as we've been discussing, there's a massive connection between what was activated with the strawberry moon in Sagittarius and what is being materialized by the buck moon in Capricorn. So the 9th house is working with Sagittarius and the strawberry moon. Spiritual quests. As your beliefs change, you're taking a risk. This has to do with taking a risk. Your beliefs are changing because of what you're seeing on your spiritual quest. And you're taking a risk on adventure. With midnight being the most magical hour of all, there is a connection to time and collapsing time officially with the buck moon. Fulfill commitment. With working with the red goddess of Virgo. This is connected to what happened when we had the eclipses right here. So the eclipses, remember, empowerment. There's an eclipse right here. The eclipse was in Virgo. Can't remember, it was a lunar eclipse in Virgo and a solar eclipse in, or was it a solar eclipse in Virgo? Guys, I can't remember. There's been so much that has happened since then. Gotta get it straight. But it was in Virgo. And not only was the lunar eclipse when you were set forth to see your mess of what was not working out, where your actions and how you were creating did not match your beliefs and your values. So you were called to look at your everyday habits and reevaluate them and co-create new habits to get you to where you were going. Then we know last time we met up, it was for that conjunction between the moon, Mars, and Mercury. Now, Mercury works with Virgo as well. And you can see the growth. This is the growth. Right here. From the Earth star to the Soul star and beyond. Because all of your light is in order. You got, remember, you're getting Metatron's cube. Getting your light in order and the collapse of time. Metatron's cube, getting your light in order and the collapse of time. So you're getting your light in order by getting it right with your mind. This is about getting it right with your mind. That's what the Two of Pentacles is all about, is getting it right with your mind. Because this artificial hack of this artificial matrix has hacked your mind. You need to get through what? Frequency. By getting into your vibration and now controlling your energy. So you're going to take that back by getting in tune with your heart, in alignment with your heart. And the heart joins the negative, the lower world, to the positive, the upper world through the center gauge, the center point, the heart. So you must join your negatives to your positives and focus on your positives to expand. That's what you're doing here. But you're materializing it now. And this materialization is a commitment with the water. And that's all that this is about at the end of the day, is getting a commitment with the water. That's why you've gone in separation to begin with. Or there's some sort of situation of separation to begin with, because it's about getting a commitment from the water and creating stability with it through the earth. So that's what's happening here, is that there is a stability being created through the earth and making a commitment with the water by what is happening right here, by honoring the separation and being whole, and the miss, the longing, the what that is, but like knowing that you don't have to have a regret in love, that miss, that longing has something to teach you, so you can just do better, so you can rewrite the script, and God's giving you the pen to rewrite the script. You're not stuck in an old story. You're not stuck in an old storyline, but you have to become, it's a new way of being, but it's connected to how you think. You have to have a new mind, and also too, to do the work to move the energy up your, to have this kundalini, to move up the kundalini and have this third eye activation, which is moving the energy up your spine from the lower world, pushing it up where you house God within your third eye, which is your pineal gland, and then flowering out your mind's eye. Because it's summertime. It's time to flower. It's time to blossom. It's time for you to grow, and this is connected to your fortune. There is Fortuna and Lionsgate right here, working with Jupiter. We're going to talk about this next time we meet up, because we got on the last message a card with a buck in it, with a buck moon, and he was connected to Jupiter, showing the connection between the moons, the Sagittarius strawberry moon and the buck moon in Capricorn, and an expansion within your fortune, within your abundance. But in order to do so, you're going up. You're restoring balance by going up now, from going to the lower world, by going to the upper world, by what is being illuminated with you, and it's for you, and it's your instincts. Remember, but it's through the mother, through the water. You saw it in separation, and it's part of you. It's an activation of your light codes from old to new, and you saw this within Taurus season. You saw how this is connected to the old institutions, and how the old institutions are crumbling. You've seen what you need to see in them, and it's activated your authenticity and your light codes. This is how we're building the new world. There's a massive connection to working with the Father, the fire, your roots, Lionsgate, and this manifestation with Lady Fortuna, which is the daughter of Jupiter. You're not gonna be looking for this though, because you're becoming this. This isn't cause and effect of the old world. You're becoming this. You're finding gratitude for your life. You may have been put in situations where you've had things taken away from you. That's that separation, in order to be grateful for you. And this is keeping it real. This is being real. You're not romanticizing your life and living in a movie and letting those programs tell you what's up. You're surrendering and living in reality, God's world, and you're co-creating this new world through yourself. Don't get lost in the labels. Even though you need the labels, which is working with the masculine in order to expand and identify. Don't get lost in those labels. Hang tight with the feminine and hunker in with what it is within, because it's all one. Too many cards. Too many cards. I'm not feeling it. There it is. There's the death. There's the birthing of the energy. The energy has a death in order to be reborn. Higher vibed. Anew. Closer to God. More pure, purified, stronger. Earth, alpha, female. The connection to the buck moon and expanding through the earth with the queen of earth and the shaman. Alright guys, much love. Until next time, this is where we're going to start off. I love you. I'm looking forward to it. I'll see you then.